Come in. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Good. My name's Alex.
I'm JR. Nice to meet you.
Do you go by JR?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Oh, you got the Wildcat shirt on.
Oh, yeah. Last night, Big Blue Madness.
Big Blue Madness.
Excited about the basketball season, and then football team is doing
Football team's doing pretty good this year, aren't
extremely
they?
well. Got a game against LSU tonight. So I'm kind of interested to see how we're going to stack up against them, because typically in the past we've always struggled against big time opponents. So
Yeah.
are you a sports fan?
Yeah, I'm actually more of a pro fan, but like I follow college football a lot. I know there's a big games, it's in there, it's SEC, and it's going to determine a lot of the season for them.
And there's never a break. It's like NFL teams,
Right.
So.
Well, yeah. But you're looking forward to that. Is it on TV tonight?
SEC Network.
SEC Network? Okay.
Which it's hard to access unless you have to go somewhere or whatever, because I don't pay for the package or anything like that.
So you're probably going to go out to eat and watch it.
Usually I try to go to like Buffalo Wild Wings.
Alright. I was there the other night.
Or something like that,
I might try to catch the game tonight.
So it should be a good one.
Alright. Well, hey, before we start, I'd like to just kind of go over some things real quick. When I'm talking to you, everything is here stays confidential, and I'm not going to go tell the other coworkers what we discuss. And then, of course, if there's any intent and harm, of course, I have to address that. But so just you can tell me what's going on. So, what's going on?
Okay. Well, like I said, I just started my practicum,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been really stressed out. Issues with balancing this with my regular job. Home with my family and things there have been kind of rough because my wife's upset because I'm never there anymore.
Right.
And she's taking care of 3 kids, and she's been having some health issues herself. And so I've been worried about her, worried about my grades in school, also trying to meet the expectations of the practicum here, and also trying to keep up with my regular job.
Okay.
So things have just been overwhelming. I'm not sleeping. And so just stressed out.
So it seems like overall you're just kind of stressed out about the workload with the internship, school, work. Well, what do you do at your work? Your other work?
I'm a case manager.
You're a case manager?
Yes, and that's another reason why I've kind of got involved with the social work field, because I work with therapists.
Okay.
And a lot of them have come through the program at Western where I'm going to school. But and then I thought it would be an easy road because of my experience working with them. I didn't really take into consideration of the course workload, then balancing, like I said, with the practicum and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. So you're trying to get used to the workload, and it's causing a lot of stress. And then I guess the wife at home is upset because you're having to spend a lot of time either, I guess, here or work or school. How have you balanced it in the past?
Well, I've been out of school for several years.
Mm-hmm.
And before I went to school, the kids were a little younger, so there was not as much going on in their lives. And now, like I said, I have an 8-year-old who's doing travel softball.
It's awesome.
And travel basketball. And so, and like I said, you're not here on weekends when I'm working, because, so I'm coming on the weekends, so I'm missing a lot of her basketball and softball tournaments, and my wife's having to, like I said, basically be a single mom,
So that must be really hard on you, too, just because you're missing your kids' games and stuff. And
It has been. I've always been really, really involved. And now I feel like I'm like a missing link, trying to, get everything through videos and pictures and stories, and it's been hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it sounds like just you're having a lot of trouble with the workload. And here at our internship, do you think there's anything that we can do to help you? Like, what were your expectations like before you took the internship?
Well, my expectations was, I feel as I'm very proactive in things and very motivated. Okay. And I feel as I've tried to rush through things, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really getting out of my practical what I thought I would because I feel like my mind's still at work thinking about unfinished business. Again, like I said, it's at home thinking about family type things. And then when I'm here, like I said, a lot of times the administration's gone.
Right.
And so I'm just getting a lot of one-on-one time with people in the mission here.
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't have a real clear cut curriculum of what you're all wanting from me when I'm here on weekends and that kind of thing. And I don't feel like I'm just gathering a lot of information off the other staff because they're not master level workers here. They're usually no education or very minimal.
Yeah.
And so I feel like when I ask them questions, they are not responding in the way that the answers I feel that are helpful. I don't feel like I'm being helpful to the agency here.
Okay. And so you feel like when you first came here that you didn't get a lot of information that you should have to get started. Is that
Well,
right?
I feel like I had the proper information.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I didn't quite, looking back on it, I thought I understood it, but now I don't think I did.
Okay.
Because like I said, the commitment is a lot more than I thought it was going to be.
Okay, so it's a little bit more than you thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. And have you talked to some of the other interns that are here?
I have,
You have?
and they're helpful, but
Mhm.
however, a couple of them don't work full time. So that's 40 hours a week of time that they're able to balance practical with just their family stuff. And the ones who don't work, they don't have a family. So it's just them to worry about. And so,
And you have, of course, your family. to worry
right,
about.
so I feel like I'm dealing with 3 or 4 different elements here while they're just focused on their practical in school.
Well, luckily, you told me like I feel like one of your strengths is you're highly motivated. I mean, and obviously, I mean, you got school going for you, graduate school. I mean, you got kids, a wife, doing work, internships. So it sounds like you're really motivated. I feel like you can maybe use that strength to your advantage. Don't you think you could?
Yeah, and I have looked at it that way, but it's kind of a catch-22. Like I feel like my strength, like I said, has been very proactive.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of backfired on me because I feel like I've hurried through things and I've missed a lot of things that I feel like that I could learn.
Because you're so overwhelmed with everything right now.
Yes, and I feel like I'm memorizing things, but I'm not really processing to where I'm remembering them.
Mm-hmm.
Like my long-term memory. I think I memorize them just for a certain time period, but then once I stop using it, it's gone. So I feel like what I've learned has been more of the role of like the people working on the floor instead of the clinical side of it,
Okay.
which is what I want to gather from the practicum here.
Okay, that's good. Because we definitely offer that here for sure. Just let me know like if I can do anything to
Well,
help
I'm
you in that direction.
glad you mentioned that because I wanted to ask you about how you felt about me trying to maybe change my work schedule at work
Mm-hmm.
to where I can work more weekends there and later hours and come here more in the daytime when more of the clinicians are here. That way I can possibly start getting a little more feedback from them and kind of following them and kind of learning what they do.
Right. Yeah, that's a possibility we could look at. Maybe we could explore some other options, but that's definitely one we could maybe consider. But it sounds like your strengths, are motivation and maybe next week we can look at some more goals to try to maybe reduce your workload a little bit because you say you're feeling stressed out just about everything with the home life and work, and so we'll work with you.
Right.
So
Well, I appreciate that. Like I said, I don't want you to think I'm lazy. I want you to know that typically I had trouble coming in here because I don't want you to think that it's too much for me. But I do also want you to know that I feel like I have more to offer. And I want to be able to provide that to you for giving this opportunity to come here and do the practicum.
Right.
And also, when I'm here with the kids in the mission, I want to be able to give them what they need as well.
Right.
You know.
Understandable. Very understandable.
So.
You want to be able to give your kids attention and, you know, just keep up with the workload as well.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Are you married?
No. Single. I'm dating, but I'm not married.
Okay. Well, and your whole life changes when you have children and everything revolves around it.
Can't even imagine. I haven't been through that yet.
And now I feel like I said I'm just missing that. And I think with some stuff that we talked about, if my work will be on board with me switching my hours, it will allow more time at home with the family.
So. Okay. Well, maybe we can meet next week and we can see how you're doing with the whole workload, and then maybe we can look at some possible outcomes or maybe goals, maybe to reduce some of that for you. Because I don't want to be the one to get in the way of school and your work and your kids. So let's set up a meeting next week. We only have about a few more minutes, but we can set one up right before you leave.
Okay.
But I'm really glad you came in.
I am too. Like I said, I feel a lot better after talking to you.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
You have a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks.